What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here with your $1,400 third stimulus check update. Today is an amazing day because, well, it's my birthday. I have left my 30s behind and I am now here with the big 40. Funny thing in life is that you can't go back, you can only go forward. So, honestly, I have no regrets. I've lived an amazing life. I have an amazing family, an amazing wife, and an amazing almost 3 year old son. I have no regrets. In fact, I hope that you guys have lots of happiness in your life also. And hopefully, they get this third stimulus check package passed. Although they did pass a portion of the bill last night, a new resolution of the bill, I guess we can call it, a bill before the bill. I'll give you the details of that. But I want to thank each and every one of you guys for your birthday wishes from yesterday's video. Thank you so much. If you haven't joined our family, what we call our extended family, join our family and subscribe down below. It's completely free to do so. This way you won't miss out on new updates on the third stimulus check package and the other things we cover on this channel, such as student loan forgiveness, Social Security increase, the third stimulus check, the $3,000 to $3,600 child stimulus checks that are in this third stimulus check package, as well as mortgage and rental relief and some other things on this channel. It's been a great pleasure of mine to share a lot of our life, I should really say, definitely a lot of our life with you guys. And I know I've seen a lot of your comments that you watch us every day and we are a part of your life too. So thank you so much. One person who's not happy today is Mitch McConnell. Mitch McConnell is pretty pissed, to be honest. In fact, he wants to change the third stimulus check package. He wants to actually not even have the package at all. He thinks there shouldn't be a third stimulus check package. Here's what he has to say.
Today, as our COVID-19 death toll passes 500,000, millions of Americans are feeling the pain of personal loss. But as we mark this terrible milestone, we stand here in early 2021 at what increasingly appears to be a crossroads. Far brighter days ahead appear to be close at hand. So far, more than 63 million vaccine doses have been administered, and another 1.8 million Americans are now receiving a shot every day. At the same time, the rolling average of COVID-related deaths has fallen to barely half its January high. And mounting evidence suggests our economy is chomping at the bit to rebuild the prosperity we lost last year. We reached this threshold because, in part, of the historic bipartisan work Congress built just last year. From the job-saving Paycheck Protection Program to the Operation Warp Speed and its historically successful sprint toward vaccines, to cushioning the blow for unemployed Americans, and so much more. We spent roughly $4 trillion last year, the largest peacetime fiscal expansion in American history by far. And the 5 bills that passed the Senate passed 96-1, 90-8, 96-0 by voice vote, and 92-6. That got us to the crossroads. With a truly terrible 12 months behind us, but in a better position to move forward than many experts had predicted. Now, the policies that Washington puts forward will help determine what kind of year 2021 will be for American families. So, are we destined to spend a second year in a national defensive crouch? Are we going to surrender another school year to the pandemic? Another year of elevated unemployment? Another year of diminished social and community life? Or are we going to plant a flag and say this is the year that America comes roaring back? Are we going to make this the year we reclaim our lives and retake our country in a way that is safe, smart, but determined? Washington gets a major say in this, but unfortunately there seems to be some impulse on the Democratic side to act as though we're still stuck back in April of 2020. And we're going to be stuck there for all of 2021. The partisan legislation Democrats are preparing to ram through looks like something you'd pass to blunt another year of shutdowns, not to help guide a smart and proactive recovery. It looks more like another big bandage for a mostly shut down country rather than a launching pad to help us get back on offense. Look at schools. All the facts and hard evidence show that with simple safety precautions, K through 12 schools can and should be reopening safely right now. Yet the Biden administration is going out of its way to avoid getting kids back in school. They have their own experts contradicting their own recent statements and their own CDC backpedaling from the hard science, all to accommodate big labor's goalpost moving. Just look at the proposed money in their new partisan bill for K through 12 schools. They call it an emergency relief fund, but just 5% of the money they want would be spent in fiscal year 2021. 95% of this so-called emergency relief for schools would go out in fiscal 2022 and beyond. Or take the economy. Experts across the spectrum say that incomes, savings, job opportunities, and industry outlooks are already rebounding. Further aid needs to be smartly targeted so government doesn't get in the way. But Democrats want to double down on Band-Aid policies like they're planning for another year of stagnation instead of trying to set up success. Almost every part of their draft reads like Democrats took the things they ideologically wanted to spend money on and worked backwards instead of starting with the actual state of the country, the actual needs of American families, and working toward that. Not terribly surprising. Remember, one senior House Democrat told everybody last spring the pandemic would be, quote, a tremendous opportunity to restructure things to fit our vision. So I guess that's why they've gone heavy on non-COVID related liberal wish list items, like the job-killing minimum wage policy, the environmental justice grants, the wheelbarrows of cash for state and local governments, multiple times any serious estimate of remaining need, the attempts to expand taxpayer funding for abortions. They go heavy on all of that, but light on practical solutions that get kids back in school, workers safely back on the job, and help the American people reclaim their lives from this microscopic foreign invader. The American people do not deserve policies that presume 2021 will be just like 2020. Our nation needs this year to be different. If the administration were interested in policies to make that happen, they'd find the same kind of bipartisan support that every historic COVID-19 package has received so far.
So there is now Senate Minority Leader, former Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, with the Republican point of view, at least from the Republicans in the Senate, on the third stimulus check package. It doesn't seem like he agrees with anything in the third stimulus check package that the Democrats want. But honestly, it's not a surprise that the Democrats and Republicans don't agree on hardly anything. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Do you agree with what Mitch McConnell said? Let me know if you're a Republican and if you agree with what Mitch McConnell said on the third stimulus check package. I'll be reading your comments down below. But with that being said, the Democrats are going to most likely pass this third stimulus check package bill without any Republican support at all, and probably without any changes or amendments from Republicans at all either, as the previous attempts from Republicans to amend dozens of things in this third stimulus check package were all outvoted by the Democrats, and not a single change has been done currently by the Republicans at this point. Yesterday, the U.S. House Budget Committee approved and voted on and passed The Democrats' $1.9 trillion stimulus check package, as you can see right here, they approved the $1.9 trillion stimulus package and passed it on Monday with a vote of 19 to 16. This is on the House Budget Committee level. This is basically an additional step that needs to be done, and the measure will now head to the full U.S. House of Representatives floor to be voted on and passed this week. This is a 591-page proposal, includes $1,400 stimulus checks for adults, for all children, and for adult dependents and college students' dependents, as well as currently the $15 an hour minimum wage is included in this package. There's also the big $3,000 to $3,600 child tax stimulus checks, which is the child tax credit, however, will be sent out in the form of stimulus checks on a monthly basis, $250 to $300 per month per child. This now sets the stage for the U.S. House of Representatives to vote on and pass the final version of the bill that is now set. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and House Majority Leader Steny Hoyer have both said they will be voting on it and passing it this week as long as the Democrats stand together. There can be a few Democrats in the U.S. House of Representatives that could vote no, but they still need about 98 or 99% of the Democrats in the U.S. House of Representatives to vote yes on this bill to pass it in the House. Probably the biggest item of contention is the $15 an hour minimum wage, which is currently included in this third stimulus check package bill. This is one of the biggest contention points in the bill because a lot of people either love it or they completely hate it. As you can see here on the screen, the bill will not go to $15 an hour immediately. It does by 2025. It goes up by about $1 to $2 per year, depending on the year, until they reach $15 an hour. The problem with this is that if employers, millions of employers across the country, have to start paying 25 to 50% to 100% more for minimum wage workers in the next coming years, well, then the cost of goods, services, and products will have to go up because they will have to pay more for their labor. And it's just economics 101. If you have to pay twice as much for a minimum wage employee, you're going to have to charge more money for your product or service. Let me know your thoughts on the minimum wage down below in the comments. Do you agree with it or do you not agree with it? Do you think they should wait until the pandemic is over, or do you think there should be a compromise in the middle because they haven't raised the minimum wage since 2009? So honestly, it is due for somewhat of an increase. The question is, should it go from $7.25 all the way to $15 over the next 5 years, which is more than double, or should it be somewhere in the middle? Even if they went from $7.25 to like $11 an hour, which is what Senator Joe Manchin has proposed for his state of West Virginia, that would be a 50% increase. 50% is a lot, but the question is, will it make it through all the way to the finish line? Senator Bernie Sanders, who is the Senate Budget Chairman, the person in charge of the reconciliation process, of which they're going to pass this bill in the Senate, says that he is confident that the $15 an hour minimum wage will stay in the bill, will pass the House and the Senate parliamentarian will approve the $15 an hour minimum wage and make it all the way to the finish line. Remember, all those things need to happen for the minimum wage to stay in there. They need to have all the 99% of the Democrats in the House say yes, 100% of the Democrats in the Senate say yes. If they get one Senate Democrat, such as Kristen Sinema or Joe Manchin, who said they're going to stand their ground and not vote for the package because the $15 an hour minimum wage is in there, then they're going to have to likely take out the $15 minimum wage or make a compromise with that one senator and then pass the bill, either taking out the $15 an hour minimum wage or compromising with possibly a lower, say $11 an hour minimum wage. So it will be interesting to see. Of course, we're also going to see Republicans try to make amendments in the Senate to this bill, but likely will be to no avail. I will keep you up to date on all the processes of passing this third stimulus check package, when we will receive the money, as well as upcoming things such as student loan forgiveness. President Biden says he is for at least $10,000 of student loan forgiveness, the possible Social Security increases of $200 per month, and the next stimulus package that is coming after this, which is called the Build Back Better package and has already been announced, along with mortgage and rental assistance. We cover a lot of different ways to help out your family on this channel. So make sure to subscribe, click the bell icon after subscribing to all notifications so you get notifications when we go live, which is every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm here spending my birthday with you guys, although I will be going to a nice dinner later on with my beautiful wife. You can click this top video here to watch my newest stimulus check video next. And this video teaches you how to start your own business selling products on Amazon FBA. I have dozens of students that have replaced their 9-to-5 income selling products on Amazon, and I teach them how to do that. Click on one of those videos to watch them next. Thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next video.